Well, hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a Paddock show with a slight difference. We are here. It's Friday night. It's Kartmasters, and we are in the Paddock with people enjoying the evening after a very long, tiring, but high-quality day of racing. Now, Andrew Mather has been given time off for good behaviour, so it's just, well, ketchup and mayo are left here as well. But, Ceol, your first Kartmasters. Now, yesterday, you got a taste of the atmosphere. Now you've seen it race mode. What are the differences that you found between a normal round of the Motorsport UK British Championship and the British Grand Prix?
Well, for starters, thrilled that it's not raining today, because the second I got here yesterday, it was raining, and I did not think that's how Kartmasters is meant to go. Exactly that, for today, of course.
Exactly. But, the difference, you spoke with the drivers today, you've been in the pit lane. The drivers, even the drivers, I notice a difference in the drivers. What have you noticed in terms of when you approach them with a question at the end of a race? They are... Yeah, a lot of people have said, "Ooh, I know I'm quick," but they're all saying, "But long way to go."
Do you know what? A lot of the drivers say that it's similar, but their demeanour isn't similar at all, because it's a lot more intense. Like after each heat, for example, they are either disappointed, and they know every single race really matters this weekend. Although the top 15 could win, I suppose they feel the pressure right off the bat, which was qualifying this morning.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now, today's racing, we had 20 races, 12 qualifying sessions. That's only half of the heat process. So, every driver did a 5-minute qualifying session. For some, it didn't go wonderfully well, but 2 heat races, we saw some huge moves. Finley Lines passing 24 drivers to go from last to first in one of the Junior X30, Junior X30 or Junior Rotax races. I think it was a Junior Rotax race.
I think it was Junior Rotax.
And Sebastian Cho and Clark as well, going up 24 places to take a victory. I haven't got all the results. We're not going to go through all the results because the Paddock show, you can watch the Alpha live stream, all 8 hours of it, complete with a power cut break. And I have to say, everyone here at the circuit, we had a complete power outage. Tav Kirk, Tim Darlow, Will Hibbert, amongst the saviours of the day. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in on the live chat as well. I think it's time we go and have a little look back at, not the results, because you can do that on the Alpha live stream, but...
They should have been watching.
They should have been watching.
You should not need to catch up on the results.
Exactly. Quite right so. Now, I'm going to go and have a look down, because we've got some very, very special karts behind us and some very, very special individuals. Now, a lot of people call me special, but that's in a different way. Let's go and have a little chat as we look down there. Ceol is going to go and find some guests for us, but... what is Kartmasters all about? Well, it's about the British karting community as a whole. And we're going to come across, we're going to go past. So we've got World Breeds, obviously, the Racing with Chris Lamar karts for Evolve Motorsport. We'll come back to this kart in a minute, because somebody on Tuesday is going to win this kart with a Rotax engine for £1.23. Somebody is going to race a kart just like this next year in the Kart Championship in Junior Rotax for free, thanks to the Race to Rotax scholarship. We're going to speak to Dave Edwards about that. But the most important thing, okay, we're going to bring the crew from Evolve Motorsport. They're going to come round. Liam Smith is he's going to put his beverage down, which we're not allowed to show. Elliot Lewis is going to come in, Sam Lewis's dad. Ollie West is around somewhere, because obviously you would have seen Chris Lamar, the boss of Evolve Motorsport, is battling cancer at the moment. It's only recently been diagnosed. Already the British karting community has raised over £22,000 for Chris and his family. Liam, I'll bring Liam in first, only because this is Elliot Lewis, this is Sam Lewis's dad, and this is Liam Smith. Ollie West's dad is here. Ollie is going to come and talk about it. Liam, come in a second. Now, I've known you for a long time. You work for a number of different teams, but I first met you working for this man, Chris Lamar.
Yeah.
Without wanting to go into how tough the last literally couple of week has been 5 days. Yeah. Without going into that, what's the outpouring of love for Chris so much? Because people say people in the car, oh, do anything to help anyone. That's not always true. It is about Chris. I
think he, like the last year he won his British, I was born. That's how long he's been in karting. I'm 22. Like, he's devoted his life to it. He's not done anything else. He's always been in karting. He's always been in motorsport, and from running the team to just running drivers, and just doing coaching to team managing teams, building engines. He's given everything to this sport, to the tracks, to everything. And I think that a lot of people have seen that and wanted to help him. Now he needs our help. He does. Him and his family, they do need the karting community's help. Yeah, definitely. And wow, what help they've given us. They've really, really come together. I mean, I think it was 20,000 in 29 hours we raised. Yeah, and it's now, it's approaching 25,000. Yeah, it's only climbing from there, really. I mean, we raised that before we even got to Kartmasters. I thought, we'll get to Kartmasters and everyone will sort of chip in a bit more. But yeah, we absolutely smashed the barriers we'd set already. So that was really good. We're happy with that. Brilliant. And I know this is quite difficult, so thank you, Liam. I'm not going to over-open, but I'll let you go. We're now going to bring in a dad, Elliot Lewis, because also, with all teams, parents, they have to choose which team they're going to spend their money with. And at this level, it can be a lot of money. Yeah. So Elliot Lewis, your son Sam, has raced for Chris and Evolve Motorsport for a while and have been involved in it. Why did you choose, of all the teams, why did you choose Chris to spend your money with? What about Chris what it is the reason why he has so much support? So we eventually went to Evolve when Sam was still in cadets. We went there just due to the feedback we were getting from other dads, other children, and the support that he would give. And with Chris, he took us on board as I say, as a cadet, and we were from there, went through to juniors and through to seniors. He's really pushed Sam along, really supported him over the years, and has just been a great team boss and a great friend. Because you entrust your son or daughter with individuals, and you could entrust them with a lot of individuals. You've entrusted Chris, and now Sam is driven for he's progressed as far as a long way up the ladder. Yes. Oh yes. I mean, from where he was when we first started compared to what he's doing this season, for example, he's really come on board, and that is all down to Chris, and it's all down to support and the coaching and just the infrastructure around as well. So it's not just we turn up on race days, do our thing and then go. We speak to Chris throughout the weeks. Sam actually goes nowadays to help Chris one day a week on the engine building side of things. So yeah, it's a very real nice family community he's developed. Excellent. So thank you very much, Elliot. Now, what's it like? And at the end of this, I think Ceol Lynch has found a guest to interview, but we'll complete this part of the programme with one of Chris's drivers, Ollie West. Well, first of all, Ollie, I know that you and your family have put an awful lot of effort in, because it's literally been in the last week, like Liam said, that we've heard this news. So it's been all hands on deck. What is it like to drive for Chris Lamar?
It was amazing last year. Everything I had achieved over the last 2 years was because of Chris, and we really miss him. Well,
I mean, he's not going to. He's going to be back, and he's going to be back because you know what? Chris is actually still only this tall. So I've got a stack, literally taller than you, Chris, of jokes about you that I can only tell when you're here. So you've got to get better and come back. You're racing this weekend, obviously for Chris. Your day has gone quite well, hasn't it?
Yes, very well.
Talk a little bit about it.
So this morning in qualifying, I qualified 20th. What that wasn't ideal. Wasn't ideal. And in Heat 1, I started 20th, and I won track. I finished 7th with the penalties. I finished 6th.
Oh, there we go. It's even better. So it's getting better, and we get to do it all again tomorrow. Thank you very much, Ollie, who's raced for Chris, and he says that I'm sure that if we get a Kartmasters win, we're going to be dedicating it to Chris.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm sure a lot of people will. Now, thank you very much, Ollie. We got lots more karts to talk about, but the man of the moment in very brightly coloured trainers, might I add, is with Ceol Lynch. Now, Ceol, who have you got with you? Is it Louis Theroux? No, it's Tav Kirk.
Thank you very much, Henry, over there. In my little studio room is Tav Kirk. Tav, you're loving the media this weekend.
I'm not loving the media this weekend. You keep finding me and I need to hide better, I think. Hide better.
It's all about the participation.
Yes,
right.
It feels that way.
Tav Kirk, circuit manager here at PFI. This is not your first Kartmasters. Let's just talk about, though, before we even get to this event, this is such a huge event. There's so many spectators, so many eyes on this event. What is it like for you behind the scenes the week leading up? Because we know that it is not all just turn up and show.
Just panic and do it. It's just we've got in a rhythm now. I think this is my third one. I can't remember now, second or third. There seems to be a blur. We just get it done. You know, we've got a list of what we need to do. We're with the team, with Nigel and stuff. He'll send me a little bit of a list what he wants. We get it all done, and normally we finish on about Wednesday afternoon before Kartmasters.
And you guys have so many events here throughout the year. Paul Fletcher International is iconic. But Kartmasters, it is a fan favourite of drivers, teams and families. It always has like that different vibe. What do you think that vibe is? What do you think it comes from?
That's Dan Ashton who's making funny faces down there. But for me, there's just something about the different paddock. I mean, I remember my first year here, I did Kartmasters, then went straight into the World Championship, which was my first year of doing my role here, which was a bit of a shock. So it's just like the paddock just feels lively. You know, you look behind us, there's people everywhere. Like the club races are good here anyway, but this is just a little bit specialer.
That's right. Is there any memorable moments from your last couple of years in Kartmasters? Memorable races, weekends even, or years?
I think probably this year so far. I mean, I think with Chris Lamar thing, it's going to sit in everyone's head a little bit what's going on there. So it doesn't put a damper on it, but it just makes it that little bit. You're going to remember it a bit more with that one. And hopefully, I don't really get to watch much of the racing because normally I'm back paddock or I'm doing like today with the electric cut, and I just end up being out here doing stuff rather than getting to watch.
Let's talk about that, because moments like that for you, that is panic mode for the whole team here that works so hard behind the scenes. Moments like that you can't prepare for. In situations like that, what do you have to do? How intense is that? Because you've got so many people watching or riding on the power, realistically, which is out of your hands.
Yes, it was a bit of a strange one, really. I was sat in the tower with Richie, just looking at some footage, just looking at some barriers and stuff that had got a bit of a clip, so I just want to make sure they're safe. And then everything just went dark, which we've never had. We've had a power cut before, and normally the tower's got its own UPS, so it sits on itself, but everything just stopped. Problem. Fortunately, Tim's on site, so he's our on-site electrician. He was there at the same time as we kind of butted headers at the electric door to figure out what's going off, and we just had a slight little issue, which we've now going to resolve after you guys finish. We can turn the power off and refix it. So yeah.
Well, if you didn't watch the stream, we hope you did, though. There was a minor power cut at some point during the day.
Yep.
Slight panic,
yes.
But it was sorted and we got to watch most of the racing once again and hear from the drivers. Is there any predictions from you this weekend, or is it hard to say?
I haven't got any predictions for you, to be honest. It's hard to say what's going to be. It's always Kartmasters, so it's always something a little bit different. Not like the championship. It's kind of like the club championship's different, where Kartmasters is anyone's game, really, isn't it? It's anyone's win. We'll see what happens.
That's right, I think it's hard to tell. Before you go, though, before we let you go, you featured on Bump Draft, the Alpha Live podcast yesterday. We killed two birds with one stone.
Victimised at the minute. I do feel like you're picking on me somewhere, yes. I did enjoy Bump Draft. It was quite good with Piers. It was good.
For people who might want to watch, what did you touch on there?
We touched about safety and bumpers, and obviously Turn 1 at PFI, but that's another story.
Track changes?
Apparently so, but I don't know anything about them.
Thank you very much, Tav. Yeah, if you want to see more of Tav, make sure to tune in on Bump Draft if you want. Thank you very much. Let's go back to Henry.
Well, there we go. That's Tav Kirk talking really important things, but not as important as this, because it wouldn't be Kartmasters without a Paddock Show pooch, and this is Rosie Smart. Hi, Rosie. Rosie belongs to Ronnie Smart, who is busy eating a wrap at the moment, but like any good driver, what's the wrap like, which you've now thrown all over yourself? Is it nice?
Yeah.
Very good. What's in the wrap? Chicken? Barbecue chicken? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What's gone better today? You eating that wrap or your driving?
I'm not a driver.
No? Ronnie Smart, so by there, who are you?
Teddy Smart.
Teddy Smart. Teddy! There you go, Teddy. Right. Well, I'll tell you what. This is awkward. Hashtag awkward. We're going to move in. Okay. Well, so Teddy is not a driver. Only's got the small burrito. Ronnie, big man Ronnie Smart, eating the large burrito. What are we eating?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, it's got pico de gallo in it. It's got salad. Racing driver eats salad at kart track. Shocker. Ladies and gentlemen, how's your day gone, Ronnie?
Not very good.
No? Where have we finished?
Bad, like at the back.
Bad at the back. But hey, today's only Friday. They don't hand out the trophies or the GP place till Sunday.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. We're going to... This is the most awkward... This is someone... Yeah, come on, eat live on air. I dare you. Take a big bite. There we go. I have to say, this is El Bandido, which is one of the food vendors is here. I've got to say, I mean, 12 quid's a bit steep. However, you get... for your money, lots. Now, we have got 300 drivers here. Only one of them is on a Sodi kart, and he's right here. It's Alfie Garrett. Come here, Alfie. Alfie, firstly, last year's Micromax GP plate champion. This year, we're running a privateer on a completely different chassis to everybody else. Why?
Because Sodi's picked me up because I won the GP plate last year, and I signed the contract that I now have to drive a Sodi kart everywhere I go.
Well, do you know what? That's not too bad. So, great. And now, is that Sodi Vitesse in the UK? Bradley Barrett's team have picked you up, or is it Sodi kart in France?
Sodi kart in France.
Wow. So, effectively, a Sodi kart factory driver in terms of, you know, and this is Luke Garrett. No, you race trucks, yes?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Sodi kart is ubiquitously successful. It is a partner of the grand finals as well, which is helpful.
Yeah, it is. And, obviously, the reason he's racing for Sodi is because of the GP plate, because they've seen his picture with the GP and they contacted us, and he's now racing for them in Italy, so...
Well done. What's it like being the only person on a Sodi kart, though? Tougher? Now you haven't got any teammates or anyone to get data off?
It's anyone to get data off, and it's tough because you haven't got any teammates.
But we're ploughing on.
Yeah.
Excellent, there we go. Thank you very much, Alfie Garrett. Now, we're going to walk this way because I can see that Ceol Lynch has got another guest. But before we get to the other guest, and there's some people here having these are Vital Fuels, ETS Racing Fuels, who they're not drinking petrol. Trust me, it's okay. Now, we talk about the costs in karting an awful lot. Dave Edwards, however, you've got a solution for one lucky driver. Please tell us about the Race to Rotax scholarship.
So it's a program that we're running for next year. As Henry said, it's called the Race to Rotax Scholarship.
Yep.
It's for anyone aged 12 to 15 to enter, and one lucky person will win a fully funded season worth about £30,000 with the team to race the 6 rounds of the kart championship next year.
And that's outstanding, but it's not just you. Okay, so you're providing the kart, and this is Odysseus Hall's kart, which is racing here at Kartmasters. So you're providing the kart, the blood, the sweat, the tears,
and the tyres.
And the tyres. Danny Sweeney, congratulations, Danny Sweeney just got married, from Orem Racing Engines, is providing the waft, and James Mully from DQ Sport is providing the attire.
He's providing a race suit, wetsuit, gloves, boot, and a full set of team wear for whoever is lucky enough to win it.
Yeah, but this isn't just for somebody out there who fancies a free season. You're not looking for somebody who's already racing in the kart championship or the British Championship. You're looking for somebody from the grassroots as part of the karting pathway, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking for someone who's maybe in BIKC at the minute, Daniel Ricciardo Series, Club 100, or doing something at one of the what are they called?
Yeah, one of the grassroots levels. Now, where would somebody go and find out about the Race to Rotax scholarship?
So all the information's on our website. It's racetorotax.co.uk. All the information's on there. The application page is on where you can do your stage 1 application. So the stage 1 application consists of filling in the form.
So you got to be able to write, though I'm already counted out.
Filling in the form. You got to be able to. You've got
to be able to. You fill out the form.
Got to be able to interview. Yeah. That's one of the tests on stage 2. Actually, you'll be getting interviewed by Andrew Mathert.
Excellent.
But yeah, fill out the form. Provide us with some footage of you karting. Film a 60 to 90 second video-ish of. Tell us who you are.
Why it should be you.
Yeah, why it should be you. What you've achieved so far. What you can bring to the team, and why you want to win the scholarship.
Excellent. Now, you are, and this is not. You're a new team.
Yep.
And you're a small team. You're a one-man band. You've got one driver here. And yet, you have decided to give all this extra work for yourself and investments just to give back to karting. I wonder, where's the Strawberry Racing, KR Sport, Dan Holland Racing, Sam Pollitt Racing, Jack's Motorsport Scholarship for the British Kart Championship or other kart championships for young drivers coming up out of rental kart racing?
Yeah, we also can't forget Phil and Jake Anders, who are involved in this. Anders Lad and Dad Go-Karting, they're also supporting it and getting involved and doing a lot of promoting, and they will be helping us judge on the day.
Excellent. So there we go. Family at the heart of the Race to Rotax Scholarship. Speaking of families, Noah Wolf is with Ceol Lynch. He's part of he is the fastest member of his family, and he's been very fast today.
Thank you very much, Henry. No, Wolf, you got your own introduction there from Henry, but Kartmasters alumni, you're now racing in Senior X30. Talk us through how it's going.
Qualifying was tricky. We didn't have the maximum. We did no testing come here. We had to try some things, and we only got it right really for the first heat, and that's when the J boys delivered the ultimate package, and we got into the lead, drove away. It was a good race, and then similar story in Heat 2. We had the pace with one of the quickest, but an unfortunate incident in Turn 1 meant that I was in last and I had to fight my way back through to 11th. But yeah, I mean, we're really confident for tomorrow. It looks like we got the speed this weekend, so if you're starting in the top 10, we can have a fight, can't we?
You've had the ultimate mixed day. You've had a win in one heat and not so great of a result in the other. You've worked through the pack well, though. This track, Pier Fight, it's got so much history here. You have a lot of history here. You are one of the only 2 ever drivers to have done the double. That's not an option for you this weekend, but what would it mean to get another PF GP plate under your belt?
It'd be amazing. I mean, I've not done much of single speed for the last couple of years, this year, and then to come back and still fire the front is a big confidence boost in myself and my ability, and ultimately I just want to make sure that everyone knows that Jade is one of the best teams, because I'm a driver coach for them when I have some time, and the work they put in and the best job they do is incredible. They make some drivers somehow so fast, and they do such a good job. I just want to reward them with such a good race and try and fight for the win for them and push really hard for them and make the best job I can.
That's right, it is nice to touch on the good relationship. A lot of the driver coaches and team within J-Kart speak so highly within the team. You also coach some drivers, we'll touch on that in a minute. But like you said, last week you were over the British Kart Championships with myself and Andrew Mather in the KZ2. That transition straight back then into, like you said, not the gearbox kart. How have you found that this weekend? You clearly aren't struggling.
Well, I mean, it helped when I was doing both classes in cadets, because I had 2 different modes in my head, right? So I had like the Honda and then the Iami Gazelle. So I knew in my mind, I visualised what I needed to do differently before I went on track, and it just ultimately helped me adapt quicker, and that's why now when I go from kart to kart, it's not so tricky. It takes me a couple of laps and then I'm on it straight away. But to be honest, after the first session I felt confident and it was all going well. It's just we had to find the ultimate setup, which took us a bit longer than we needed before qualifying, but now is amazing.
And now also let's talk, when you win, times like today, something that we don't always see for the senior drivers is you have such a fan base of younger drivers and younger talent throughout the paddock. What's it like? Because you're of course a driver coach, like you said, but a lot of those drivers really look up to you and really appreciate your advice.
I try and help the best that I possibly can, and all the young drivers, I help them as much as I possibly can, and I'm one driver that you can always count on me to cause the entertainment, which is probably why they like watching, because I'm never scared to get involved and always trying to go forwards, and is one of my best features, my racecraft. So when you watch me, normally I come up, it's a pleasure to watch, and I'm like, I love putting on a good show for people, so this is why they like me and they support me, and it's mainly because I try and help everyone as much as I possibly can and help people that are younger than me. And it's like when I was a kid, I looked up to people like Freddie Slater, who's now doing really well, and I remember some bad times I went through. He was there, put his arm around me, and that's why it's good. It's good to return the favour for what they give to you.
Well, that is absolutely what you're doing for them. Let's talk for the rest of the year for Noah Wolf. What are you up to? You've said you're preparing after this for the World Finals. What's the game plan for the rest of the year?
We'll have Le Mans, which is the World Finals in KZ2. that is the main one, the main big one for the rest of the year. Going to do my best there. Birrell will put on an amazing package run by Jordan, my boss. They'll do an amazing job, hopefully, and hopefully we can go fight for the win, because last year I had third at the World Champs, and then everyone that beat me has gone up. So basically, I've got the pressure now. If you take maths, then it should be me, but ultimately we'll see. It depends how good of a job I do and the team work together. But after that, we'll go for the last round of the British Champs. For me, it'll just be a stress-free weekend. I've pretty much wrapped the championship up now. I just go have some fun like I do every weekend and see what the result is at the end.
Well, that's good to hear, and congratulations for that. I'm sure I'll see you there at Silverstone for the last round of the British Kart Championships. Good luck for the rest of the weekend. I'm sure we'll see more of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's move straight along to Henry, because I believe we can see him somewhere back there.
I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely shattered. Cody Vertegen, Frank Morris, my word. Luckily, we are at Bottisford Health and Nutrition. We need a bit of a hydration break. Hang on a minute. Look at this. Thank you.
We've got hydrate.
Thank you. Right. There we go. Now, this is the Hydrate, the CR7 Hydrate, developed by Cristiano Ronaldo himself. Let's have a look. Cody, drink it. Does it make you feel like Cristiano Ronaldo? Let's have a look. Okay, wow. Frank Morris, let's have a look. Does it make you feel like Cristiano Ronaldo? Yes, let's have a look. See! My goodness me, it works. Let's bring in from Bottisford Health, Sandy. First of all, I tell you what, we'll take that off there. I'm going to become James Fitch. You can have that. So anyone who wants acting classes, I'm going to be the new agent for Cody and Frank. We're going to talk to you guys in a minute. Firstly, tell us a little bit about Sandy. Tell us about Bottisford Health, Bottisford Nutrition. Hang on a sec. Come in this way. We'll move over there. Drivers, it is so important that they remain healthy, but you're here to, you're here with energy packs, hydrations, and various bits of stuff for young athletes, because these are young athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't realise that karting, race driving, motorsport itself is actually an athletics job.
Oh, no, it absolutely is. These are young athletes.
Oh, God, yeah, absolutely. Like, hats off to them, because I wouldn't be able to do it. But to be perfectly honest, the reason why I've done it is because I started the journey myself. I did it technically to lose weight, but 5.5 stone later, here I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then my son, who's now 10, started taking the products when he was 8. And he was a bit like my guinea pig. And really, he plays football, and he couldn't play for the time that he should have at his age. So I started obviously with the CR7, which is a natural carbohydrate electrolyte drink, which replaces all the energy that you use out on track, and basically restores it and allows your body to release it slowly. So all these Lucozades, Powerades, everything like that, it gives you that imminent, whereas this, it will...
Progressive.
Yes, it is progressive, and it tastes amazing as well.
It does. Now, and of course, the thing that a lot of people get wrong with hydration, you think, right, just before a race morning, load up with water. That's wrong. You need to do it progressively over time, don't you?
Yes, you do. So basically what we tend to sort of advise is start your morning with a hydrate, which is orange flavoured. That will start your metabolism to actually absorb water, which will then keep you hydrated, and you continue that through the day. So rather than actually just having that water in the morning, you generally will go through the day constantly, between your heats, between your sessions, qualifying, everything. You need to continue that ongoing intake of water.
Brilliant. So, Bottisford Nutrition, Sandy, thank you very much. We're not quite done yet. We've all done our Ronaldo impressions after the CR7 drink. Frank, Cody, are we going to judge this? Right, okay. Does it work? Because, I mean, we've had our hydration break. Bottisford Nutrition, the CR7 hydration drink. In 3, 2, 1... There we go, it worked. works. Thank you so much indeed. Right, let's walk and talk. Frank and Cody. Now, we're going to come... so, Cody Vertegen, this is your first Kartmasters, correct? What do you make of it?
It was pretty good for like the first heat and that. I was doing pretty well, and then someone tried overtaking me, and then they spammed me out, so I ended up at the back.
Okay, well, you're going to walk and talk this way. So you're at the back, but you've got another day tomorrow. Are you enjoying the atmosphere here?
Yeah, it's been amazing all weekend. It's really nice talking on the live. It's been amazing, really.
Brilliant. Right, well, Frank will come in, Frank Morris. Now, Frank Morris, you will have known. So Frank and his family, they've raised money to put a defibrillator at fullback. They have raised money. The cans of water last year was to raise awareness for what?
I had no clue. That was just my parents. I had nothing.
That was your parents. It was something to do with, again, it was about teenage bullying. But Frank, who is Welsh, has a dragon on the back of his crash helmet. But we don't have a name for the dragon yet, but you, the viewers, are going to decide on the name, because Frank and his team, S8 Racing, have come up with a shortlist of 4 names. What is the shortlist? He's going to get his phone out to have a little look. Hang on a sec.
Draco.
Draco the dragon.
Gary.
Gary the dragon.
Tarin.
Ooh.
Tarin
the dragon.
And then Pete the magical dragon.
Pete the Magic. So, Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. Maybe. Draco, Tarin, Pete, or Gary the dragon. We're going to put that in a poll on the live chat during tomorrow's racing. You decide the name of the dragon on the back of Frank Morris's crash helmet. Thank you very much. And you're now awake as well.
Yeah.
Enjoy tomorrow. Now, Ceol Lynch has found someone with only the third brightest trainers here in the paddock, behind Aaron Yeo and Tav Kirk. It's Dan Ashton, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Henry. Now, before we start this with Dan Ashton, clerk of the course, by the way, more importantly, we've got to see your shoes for this weekend, because that has been everyone's topic here. There we go. Henry claims he's seen brighter. I'm not too sure when that headset's on there. Pretty matching. Anyway, though, Dan, let's talk about today for you. First live day here at Kartmasters. The drivers really decide what your day was like and can be like, but what was it like today?
Overall, it was a really good day. Some hard racing already, for sure, but it's expected. It's a GP race. It's a one-off race, and everybody wants to get the positions for the final, for the all-important GP. Overall, it's been a good day.
And you've been doing this this is your 9th Kartmasters, something crazy like this. 30th edition and Dan Ashton's 9th Kartmasters, ladies and gentlemen. But what do you think really makes this event so special? You've recently been over in Europe, you've been everywhere, and Kartmasters really does have its own vibe, doesn't it?
I think being such a prestigious event, being obviously the GP play, the winner takes all, Kartmasters, it's always something a little bit different, a bit of a different feel. It always feels a bit more of we like to think it feels a bit more of a festival style in the paddock, putting on some different things on the podium in the evening, etc. And I don't really know. All I can say is everybody wants to win the GP. Everybody wants to say, I've won at PF International, Paul Fletcher International, and I've won Kartmasters.
Would you say that gives you a harder job than usual?
Yes.
Heard it here first, everyone. Right, over your 9 years, any memorable moments, weekends, years in particular? Because people have been saying this weekend anyway, it's getting busier every year, and the fan base for Kartmasters is definitely getting bigger too.
I think from a more personal level, my first event was probably 2021 maybe as the clerk of the course, obviously with Nigel Edwards as race director, which is always, it's an honour to be working with such a memorable and such an important official in karting in general, European karting in general. I think my probably most favourite event, do you know what, was probably last year, especially in the evenings. We had DJs here, which there's going to be some DJs here again on tomorrow night. It just gives it more of a festival feel, and I think everybody seemed to enjoy it last year, so hopefully it's going to be the same this year. And you never know, there might be some more surprises on Sunday.
I like to hear that. What could top last year for you then? What could we see this weekend that could top that?
That's quite a difficult question.
I'm going to start then. I would say I'd like to see someone do the double again because there's only been 2 people to do it. Of course, Noah Wolf and Ben Barnicoat. Do you think that could be possible this weekend?
I think it could be possible for sure. I think there's a couple of good drivers doing the double. I think I've seen Macaulay Bishop, doing the double, or not doing the double, doing the 2 classes. I think he's certainly in with a chance. Very good driver. I think that would be good. Another double at Kartmasters, another Ben Barnicoat, another Noah Wolf would be great for the venue and great for Kartmasters.
And of course, Noah Wolf, the likes of him, they're back. He's not trying to do the double this time, but is it nice to see, because you've done Kartmasters for so long, drivers who we know drivers retire and then they come back and do this as a one-off. Drivers that you may have seen back when you started, now coming back with a lot more wrinkles on their faces, coming to do Kartmasters.
And mine.
And yours.
Yeah, do you know what? It is really good. I mean, I think I was here when Noah Wolf did the double in the 2 cadets, and it was great then, and it still is great to do. It's great to see drivers like Noah Wolf, like I think Caden McQueen. He's back as well, obviously doing a lot in America, but he's back doing UK karting, which is great. So many people here to enjoy such a great event by the track and the club.
Speaking of Caden McQueen, teamed up with Fusion this weekend. Qualifying, I did catch quick weather with him. He wasn't thrilled after qualifying. I think he was 12th, which wouldn't be what we've seen from him. Then he didn't start the first heat, did he? He had a puncture, was it?
I think so. I think it was a puncture. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, that was the technical team that dealt with that. But yeah, I think he didn't start, which is a shame. But a good thing about the format that we've done again this year is the fact that today is the day, tomorrow is a brand new day. We have another warm-up, another qualifier and heats again for the all-important, for the super heats and the finals on Sunday.
That's correct. You've got to do it all over again tomorrow, start again. What do we think? Do we think we're going to see a whole set of new winners, or there's certain drivers for the likes of Chester Fawkes, he's won both heats, that are on really good form, not only here but within the British and Europe. I think there is some drivers that could continue that into tomorrow if they keep their heads on.
Hopefully, 100%. Again, there's been some great racing from the front guys, and I think that hopefully there's going to be some new winners from tomorrow.
That would be good to see. Thank you very much, Stan, for the chat. We'll let you go. Hopefully some new shoes tomorrow, maybe.
No.
Disappointing. Anyway, that's all we want to hear then from you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you very much. You too.
Back to Henry.
Well, thank you very much, Ceol. Now, what is the spirit of Kartmasters really about? Well, it's about sitting around, standing around at the end of a long day on a nice Saturday summer's evening with friends, having a beverage. What a table of wrong-uns and ne'er-do-wells we've got here. Please welcome to the Paddock Show Mr. Stuart Lyons from TCR UK, father of Finley Lyons, Mr. Roger Wolf from Offset Clothing, father of Noah Wolf, Mr. Charlie Charman, father of Charmander Ewan Charman, Liam Smith, God knows who he's fathered, and Matt Nibbers Isaacs as well in the background. We have some Kartmasters royalty, one of our inaugural champions, 1996 GP Plate Jicker winner, Mike Spencer, and George Friend. Mike, I'll start with you. 30 years ago, this event started. It is a different world now, isn't it? As Mick Barrett pinches your bottom.
Yeah, slightly.
This is a load of... Okay, now you were, apart from Liam, you were, and some of you may not have been involved in motorsport 30 years ago or be even aware. Better or worse?
What now?
Yeah, it's bigger. It's more. We've got 50,000 viewers. We have got massive prizes. Better or worse?
It depends in what way you mean exactly.
Well, there is the problem. Karting is unrecognisable from 30 years ago as a sport. The paddock, the trucks, but as part of that, so in many ways, that is better. But on track, the racing that you had.
Don't you think that the drivers now are 10 times better than what Mike was, though? I mean, it was just the theory.
Mike is still very quick at throwing beer across into someone's face.
You're talking to a legend.
I am talking to a legend.
Not only a legend of driving, but also a legend of creating drivers.
Yeah. So here's something. So we won't go the better or worse, but you've got a bunch of fathers here. How many of their Have you coached? How many? Have you coached any of these kids? These kids? You've coached Noah? Yeah.
Yes, Noah, Finn, obviously, Stu's son. Rest, no, I don't know who they are.
But I've got to say, so an original Kartmaster champion. Is the sport better or worse than it was 30 years ago? It is different.
Yeah, I'd say that's the right answer.
It is different. Thank you very much, Mike. Inaugural Kartmaster champion. Right, the dads.
I know I'll give him a bit of stick, but he's one of the best guys I've ever worked with in karting.
No, he is, and
I've worked with a few, but he turned Finney into a great driver.
You, in this sport, ladies and gentlemen, you can be a hero 1 minute, a zero the next, and people can come and go because your reputation is only as good as the last team you ran, the last driver you work with. Your reputation has been and always will be at the very, very pinnacle of this sport, Mike.
Thank you, Henry.
No, you're very welcome. Okay, so now to some dads. So Mike, who is a dad, and know that a couple of years before you're a karting dad in this paddock, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, parents' time. Right. So Stuart Lyons, I'm going to step between, so I'm not standing across. You've watched Finley pass 24 drivers to go from a bad qualifying session to a win. As a dad and a driver in the British Touring Car Championship yourself, and now the organiser of TCR UK, how does it make you feel just as a parent watching your son do that?
The only thing, it was great to watch. He did a fantastic heat, but I wish it was Sunday at 4 o'clock in the final and he'd have done that. Because we could have gone home now, couldn't we? With the trophy. Yeah.
No, that'll be
a bit of work to do still.
So Stuart, so Finley is still climbing the ladder. Yes, he's had international success. Not as much international success as your son, Noah, has had. So number one, what's it like being a dad racing at the FIA World Championship level?
The feelings are all the same. You still get the pre-race nerves. You still have to walk out to the track. You still have to look at everybody, and you still have to hope that he's going to be a professional. And Mike Spencer, who you just were interviewing, built Noah and made him the professional that he is today. So we're very lucky that we had that journey, and PFI is a massive part of our journey. The Kartmasters double cadet experience was just an outrageous time in our life and still lives long in the memory, and all of that experience has built Noah to be the driver he is today. And yeah, we just hope that he can enjoy the moment, because we've been talking about it as dads today a lot. And I think the big thing that people forget is this is about making memories.
Absolutely. You know, the trophies eventually get the GPs. They eventually gather dust, but it's the memories that we call it windshield time, because you spend a lot of time going up and down the road, up and down the country, you know, looking at a windshield. It's the interactions you have with your children at those times, whether it's good or bad, and there's nods going on behind camera.
And I have to say, I think a lot of people miss that, and they forget about that whole concept of the reason they're doing this, because ultimately you're trying to give your kid a little bit of an opportunity, and the memories that you're making along that journey is the reason that we do it. As dads.
Excellent. Well said. We'll come round. Thank you very much, Roger. Jason Dredge, running Dibby Uzanov as part of the JPT team. Jason, something that you said to me once, because you race superkarts, you go to a test day at Cadwell Park with superbike riders, and the superbike riders stop to look at you guys and then go, my goodness me, you're nuts.
Yeah, they don't appreciate the fact that we're 10 seconds a lap faster than them and still wanting to get air over the mountain like they are. But yeah, no, it's good fun. We enjoy it.
You do enjoy it. And Dibby Uzanov is doing well?
Yeah, we've had an up and down day, but we're working in the right direction. So count us in for the final. We'll be there like normal.
No problems. Very quickly, we'll come on. George Friend, Albie has won this event before. you're coming as a dad who has watched Albie win at the highest level and have it taken away at the highest level. The emotions, you have to keep your emotions in check because you've got a teenager now, or a pre-teen as he was then, who is in a heck of a state, and they reflect, their attitude is based on what they see from you, yes?
Yeah, correct. I mean, I've still got my Facebook page is still the 2024 GP plate picture. Yeah. It's our favourite race. It's a great race, but you have to always keep it grounded. You have to push them harder. You have to celebrate success, but you have to then say, that's one race, another race next week. Go and win that one. Well done. Yeah. Trophy goes there. Another race next weekend. That's the way it works. That's the world. That's life.
It is brilliant. Thank you very much, George. We're going to speak. Charlie Charman is by there very quickly. And this is who's escaping. Who's escaping? In fact, hi Charlie. Hi Charlotte. Who are you? Here's where we are. Here's you. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Are you having a good day?
Yes.
So hang on a sec. We better.
We've been fast, but we're just crashing. A lot of crashing. So,
Well, to be fair, you've been one of the very few, because it hasn't been Kartmasters today much, has it?
Well, if it has been Kartmasters, I've been involved. So.
Okay. Well, there we go. Thank you very much. We're going to move on. We are running out of time, so thank you very much, Ewan. And there we go. There we go. We'll get, Matt Nibbers Isaacs. Can't believe I'm going to say this. After I'm coming to Matt Nibbers Isaacs for some sensible talking. Oh, I know. Nibsport, you run a team. You run a team, Nibsport, at club level mainly, don't you? Where you see the drivers that want to get to this level. They want to be the Ewan Chalmers. They do. They look up to the likes of Ewan, the likes of Finley, to the likes of Albie Friend, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we're looking after a lot of drivers, bringing a lot of novices through. Started probably about 5 or 6 drivers off this year, from rentals to the owner drivers. So yeah, it's good.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. And is Philip Howth the real number one? All right.
He is the real number one.
He is the real number one. Okay, right. We got one more thing to do. Now, karting is seen as a very, very, very expensive sport. It doesn't have to be, however, as we go past the Dan Holland racing team. Now, of course, Dan Holland, the peak of the mountain. They are the number one team, multiple British champions. But it doesn't have to be that expensive, because on Tuesday, somebody is going to win a kart, this kart, or if they are a junior, if they are a mini or micro driver, it'll be a 950 chassis. This kart will come with a Rotax engine, either a micro, a mini, a junior, senior. It's by a company called Kart Competitions that I'm involved with, and every twice a month we give away, or it's a raffle for a number of various different karting related prizes. This is in fact the 4th full package that has been given away, and this kart is yours, somebody's, for just £1.23. Ceol Lynch is with our next guest. But karting, it can be massively expensive, but it can be as simple as 1, 2, 3. Ceol.
Thank you very much. Henry, hello. Give us a wave in the background.
Hello.
Almost as if he wasn't there 2 seconds ago. Anyway, I've got another perspective here with me right now. This is Ted Bradbury, alumni from Kartmasters, this weekend driver coach. Let's talk about your Kartmasters journey though, because back in 2022, you did have an experience here. What was that?
Finished 3rd in the final. It was quite good. I mean, a long time ago really. I don't really remember it, but was really strong for it. But yeah, it just proves this event's really, really hard. Definitely the most hard event in the UK, I'd say, in the karting stuff.
You've now moved away from karting, you're in car racing, but you're still coaching the drivers over at Thule Motorsport. What's it like kind of moving away, because we see a lot of that in the paddock, whether you're mechanicking or coaching. You've moved away from the kart racing and now you are coaching the talent.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see all sorts come through. The grid definitely gets better and better every year because they're always learning from the previous generation. And it's a very strong grid in the junior stuff, the mini stuff, everything. To be fair, other than that, it's quite good.
We've seen a few of your drivers do well so far in practice and top some time sheets. Do you think any of them could be on for the GP plate?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got Tom Reed in the junior stuff. Toby's been quite well as well, Toby S. Johns. And then you've got Flynn Grantham in the mini stuff. And then you've got Will Wainwright and Wraith Owen in the micro. So, yeah, all the classes, we look really, really strong.
Having been to this event over the years in so many different roles, how do you think it's evolved? Because back from when you would have done it, there was fans then, but now there is so many more people watching it, and those GP plates really mean so more to the drivers every year, really.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I just said, this event is definitely the most hard event and a cutthroat event in the UK, definitely. I mean, you've got 6 heats, 6 heats, a pre-final and a final, so you've got to look after that tyre through the heats, make sure you're preserving it so it's better at the end of the day on Saturday, and then hopefully have a good result in the final on Sunday.
And from your experience, for tomorrow, the second day of qualifying and heats, that is the day where you can reset if you've had a bad day today. Do you think that helps the whole movement of Kartmasters? Because we know the top 15, when it comes to the GP plate races, could win. But how good is it to be able to reset? Because on some weekends, like, for example, the British Kart Championships, you don't get that opportunity if it's not a double header.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for some of the lads in our team, just slightly messed up qualifying today. They can do a better job tomorrow. We know where we can improve. So that's definitely helpful. And it keeps everyone in the race, to be fair. So if you mess up quali on a British round, it sort of messes you up for the rest of the weekend. Whereas here, you have much of a chance. I mean, when I raced, I'm pretty sure I won 3 of the 4 heats. And I still didn't win the final. So it really doesn't matter. As long as you're there or thereabouts through the weekend, you're always there and you're up for the fight in the final.
That's right, anything really can happen, and it's not even always the fastest driver that ends up winning. But we've not seen you in a kart for a while. Any chance we'd see you at a Kartmasters in the coming years?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll be able to hang on now, to be honest.
Right, on that note then, we'll let you stick to the car racing. Thank you very much. I'll let you get off now.
Thank you. See you later.
Thank you, Ted. And Henry Baudet is going to replace Ted now as we wrap up this Paddock show. You look like you've been on a journey.
I have been on a journey. It sounds really simple. Now you understand Kartmasters a bit more. Better than this morning, even better than maybe even at the start of this program, because it's not every race meeting that is like this. Now, this is true enough. Not every race circuit, kart circuit in the country has got a bar. More and more do, however, as you know, the facilities in karting. I think obviously people think this was the first super circuit. It wasn't. It was Buckmore Park that was the first super track in the UK that really blended racing, kart racing, and corporate karting. Then PFI came along. Then Wilton Mill came along. Other circuits have improved and have added facilities since then. And now, of course, you've got Kart Silverstone. So the expectation of the customer at these events is growing. But if you are spending, and the entry fee for this was £450 to enter the Upton Steel Motorsport UK Kartmasters British Grand Prix. If you're going to enter that, and that's not even before we get on to all the other costs involved. But at the end of the day, when you spent all that money, whether you've had a good day, a medium day, a midday, or a day that has quite frankly been utterly rubbish, you want to be able to stand around, to sit around with some friends, to either have a moan or to pat yourselves back or to congratulate, have a laugh, tell stories about how much karting was better back in the old days, and you can do it here. And that's what people are doing now, and that is what makes Kartmasters so special.
That's right, and if I was to say one thing that I have learned from this, it's people that are working on these events, they have been in it for years, and if they haven't yet, like myself, we intend on keeping up to date and being in it for years. Like you said, what we can see behind us right now is it's all the alumni of karting, really. You've got the mechanics who were once drivers and can't do it anymore. You've got driver coaches who still race, like who we just spoke to, Ted Bradbury. It really brings the community together, and the situation like Chris Lamar is in right now, it gives the opportunity in a less intense environment than, for example, overall championships like the British Kart Championships myself and Andrew Mather are working on this weekend, to really show what the community it is in karting.
So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on what's been a very, very special Paddock show. We do it all again tomorrow morning. We'll be live on air about 10 to 10 local time in the UK. We got one qualifying session, 2 sets of heats for each driver. Tomorrow night's Paddock show, well, I think
we'll do it all again.
We're going to do it all again. We're going to roam around the paddock to find the heart of British karting. Karting and karters occasionally get a bad press, but this is proof that our karting family really, you know, some of us are a bit odd, but we are, at our very hearts, a bunch of good eggs. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.